Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to a frigid Fredericton where it is Frostival here in the capital city, and the weather more than playing its part. Extremely cold, and today, tomorrow, supposed to warm up enough on Monday into Tuesday to give us a nice snowstorm before cooling off again. The weather's got me a little off my game. I'm not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer today. I'm plodding around here in the gym in a pair of white socks. They're now a little brown on the bottom as I put on the old winter boots as I went out the door today. Forgot to bring along a pair of sneakers to walk around in the gym. Has me feeling a little out of sorts, but I am blaming the weather on that. On hand here, though, in my privileged perch in the palace they call the pit, I am Bill Gibson, pleased to be here as well. Men's volleyball, first place St. Thomas Tommies 11-1. Hosts the Holland Hurricanes. Hurricanes sit in a tie for third entering play today with Crandall at 6-6. The Hurricanes, though, the only team to give the Tommies a defeat this season. That was back on November 1st at Holland College. Talk about that when we get a moment. We'll pick up the starters first for Holland. Number 3, Manuel Molina, love it. His second match with the Hurricanes. First was last weekend, and he was impactful. Libero 4, Connor Daniels. Starting number 5, Zachary Warren. First year outside from Hanwell, New Brunswick, just outside of Fredericton here. Number 6, Carson Gray, 162 kills. He's a big weapon for the Hurricanes. 9, Liam Galway, the setter out of St. John's in his second year. Number 10, Kieran Hamlin. Hamlin, first year outside out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Number 11 is Brett McCausland, 6'5" middle out of Summerside. And the other Libero is going to be number 1, Tyler McBride. We will pick up the starters for the host Hurricanes. And welcome to the light show. This is a new addition here to the Tommies. Little spotlight, some green and gold flashes being debuted here today. First starter is the setter, number 6, out of Calgary, Raph Fissé. Wearing number 9 is going to be Brenton Romanchuk out of the little town of Dewberry, Alberta. Beautiful little spot, but you blink, you'd miss it on the way through. 10, Kaylin Noonan out of St. John's, Newfoundland, fourth year outside hitter. Big addition to the Tommies this season. 11, the man with rockets in his feet, it's Mason Brewster. Outstanding athlete is Brewster. 13, Kawana Snow out of Hamilton, New Zealand, 6'4" middle. And number 20 is going to be Sebi Villeneuve. Villeneuve, a rookie out of Bairdford, Nova Scotia. Wearing the Libero greens today for the Tommies. Number 1 is Braden Bruce. And we've also going to have number 8, Oscar Luke. Bruce out of Charlottetown. Second year Stu Rookie of the Year last season. And Luke in his third year out of Vancouver, BC. You have to forgive me if some of these players don't look quite familiar right off the top. It's been a minute since we've seen this Tommy team back here at the LB Gym. It was all the way back on November 23rd, in fact, that the Tommies last played here. 2 months and 1 day ago, largely due to the holiday break. Tommies straight sets victory 2 days in a row over St. Anne last weekend. 3-1 and 3-1. Coach Millay tells me that best volleyball they've played. First point of the match goes to the Holland Hurricanes. Carson Gray off a Tommy block out of bounds. We'll pick up both of these teams' last action in their head-to-head matches on the island back in November when we get the appropriate moment. Here is Galway. Tipped up. Big swing in the middle from Kawana Snow. Snow 30 kills coming into today, make it 31. And here is Raph Fassay. Fassay 17 service aces. Third in the league in service aces per set for Fassay. Big boomer from Fassay to start out. And the Hurricanes go off a Tommy block by Kaylin Noonan. 2-1 Hurricanes. Talked with both coaches. Tommy's coach said, hey, let's just keep her rolling. It's our best volleyball we played in a few years. Last weekend, we just want to keep going like that. And Coach Butler of the Hurricanes said, hey, we're fighting for that playoff spot. Right now sitting in one, but hot on their heels. Of course, tied at 6-6 with Crandall. UMBSJ sitting at 5-7. Del Rams are a ways back at 0-12. Kind of shaping up that it's 3 teams for 2 spots. Tommies have a gap to second on St. Anne, 8-4. Then those 3 teams, Holland, Crandall, SJ, within 1 win of each other. And then the Rams at the bottom of the standings. Out off of Fassay, another point Hurricanes. So Coach Butler says all the matches are important from here on out, and we're privileged to be able to come here in the second half because this is where ACAAs are, and really important to get comfortable on this floor. Galway with a dive, can't get underneath it, and Zachary Warren as well. Tried to provide support and couldn't make it happen. Connor Daniels now in the Libero jersey as Noonan back to serve. Noonan out of St. John's, Newfoundland, and 4th year of eligibility, 144.5 points. Great get by Daniels. Big swing by Hamlin, and called out off the Tommy's point, Holland. And here's Kieran Hamlin, first year out of Winnipeg, 81 points on the season. Back to serve for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes literally blowing into town today. Had a little hiccup at Confederation Bridge. Closed to high-sided vehicles, needed to be shuttled across the bridge. Left Charlottetown early. And right now they've got their wins at their back. 6-2 lead on the Tommies. Timeout Stu early in this match. Great opportunity to talk about previous action. November 1st at Holland College. It was 3-1 Holland. They out-hit the Tommies 280 to 148. Mason Brewster led Tommies 10 kills, 316 percentage, service ace, 1.5 blocks for 12.5 points. Carson Gray, as he does in a lot of matches, led the Hurricanes. 16 kills, a 353 hitting percentage, a service ace, 2.5 block points for 19.5 points. The very next day, the second, the Tommies rebounded for a straight set 3-0 victory, out-hitting the Hurricanes 277 to 061. Noonan, 13 kills, a service ace, and 14 points. And again, Carson Gray, 7 kills, half a block for 7.5 points, led Holland. Tommies coming off 2 straight wins at St. Anne. And the Hurricanes, they had a split weekend at UMBSJ. I'll tell you about those scores when I get the opportunity. Romanchuk off block, played up by the Hurricanes on the attack. Big swing and clean kills Zachary Warren. This Holland club coming out of the gates on fire. Here is Hamlin again to serve. Set out of the middle and putting it away is Kawana Snow. Snow kind of held the elevator doors open that time just to decide what he was going to do with that ball. Waited for the Hurricanes to react, found the open space. Off tape, good get by Daniels. Back from the far side, Molina Lovett. Off a Tommy block point, Canes. And here is Molina Lovett, second year of eligibility out of Fredericton. 14 kills all in that second match last weekend at St. John. One service ace, 15 points on the season. Looks to be a strong second half edition for the Canes. Service error that time on the tape shot sends Brenton Romanchuk back to serve. Played by Daniels. And finishing out of the middle, Brett McCausland. McCausland, third year out of Summerside at 6'5". Makes it 9 for Hurricanes. Played up by Bruce, and winning the battle at the net is Raph Fassay. But called out off of Fassay. That's going to be a point Holland. Thought that one was off the Hurricane. Officials right on top though. Villeneuve. Big swing, a little too much for Tyler McBride. Down 5, it's Sebi Villeneuve. Back to serve for Stu. Oh, called touch by the Tommies. The Tommies, I think, are okay with that. I thought they were initially disagreeing. Now 11-5 Hurricanes. And we're going to have Brett McCausland back to serve. Net service. Coming into the day, couple pretty good attacking teams. The Tommies second in the conference at 308. The Hurricanes fourth at 202. Another clean kill into the back. Molina Lovett. (12-6) for Galway. That one just long, well read by Villeneuve. Had some late drop to it, but couldn't find the backcourt. Down 5, here's Fassay to serve again. Oh, strong one. Well played by the Hurricanes. And it's Manuel Molina Lovett. Again with the strong attack. Tipped over. That was Noonan. Strong swing that time, Zachary Warren. Puts the Hurricanes up 7, 14-7. Hurricanes have the Tommies on their heels. Warren. That time for Romanchuk. Strong get by Tyler McBride. That time blocked down is Zachary Warren. Noonan, big serve. Oh, Hurricanes get a break off the net. Didn't get a lot on the attack, though, and here's Villeneuve. Off block, good get, kept alive. Free ball. Romanchuk, Fasse. From the back row, the tip by Noonan, kept alive by the Hurricanes. On the attack that time, it's Zachary Warren. Hamlin started on the serve. First pass drifts into the net. Fasse can't do anything with it. 16-8 Hurricanes. Another point as the pass drifts long and cleaned up by McCausland. Timeout Tommies, down 9 in set 1. Boy, whatever pregame speech Brett Butler gave to these Hurricane squad, he should bottle that one up. Couple calm huddles on both sides. Hamlin again with the Hurricanes up 9. And Kiwanis Snow with a miss hit out of the middle. Tommies just not able to find any traction here in set number 1. Villeneuve kept alive by Holland. And blocked that time is Zachary Warren. Snow and Romanchuk were there for the Tommies. Comes Mason Brewster check back in for STU. Let's see if Raf Fasse, if given the opportunity here, looks to get Mason Brewster involved in this one. Brewster, league leading hitting percentage at .541. And there's a service ace from Snow. That'll help the Tommy cause. Time you've got the league leading hitter, if you can get Brewster involved here when you're down, I think it would bode well for the Tommies. Snow, big serve again. Got one into the net. So a service ace and a service error. And again, it's when the Tommies start to get going, the wheels slip out from underneath them again. Melina Lovett gives one back. Let's see if this Hurricane squad can keep the fire flowing here for the whole match as Romanchuk goes long. Comes subs for the Tommies. Number 7, Brody Thorogood in for Breton Romanchuk. Number 14, Nate Beaton is in for Raf Fasse. Thorogood will move into the pivot position. He will be the center. First year out of Calgary is Thorogood. Bruce. Thorogood, and there is Mason Brewster getting involved. Sebi Villeneuve. The serve for STU. Villeneuve keeps that one going. Thorogood for Noonan, blocked at the net. And the Hurricanes with a little chatter across the court for the Tommies after that play. And Coach Butler says, hey, let's keep her contained here, boys. Bruce. Thorogood tipped over by Beaton. Set up that time on the attack, blocked was Gray. Villeneuve, Thorogood, back set Beaton. Beaton blocked by Carson Gray, and down on the Tommy side. 22-12, Holland. That one drifts long off the hands of Brett McCausland. The Tommies will take it. They are desperate for points here at this stage of the opening set. Here's Mason Brewster. Molina love it again. (23-13). Bruce, Thorogood. And Noonan. Called out of bounds that time, Noonan. Sebi Villeneuve to the chair. Multiple set points, Hurricanes. Noonan skies and brings one back. Tommy's now down 10. And Noonan going for the cross-court talk. And he says, hey, they were doing it. They were. Brett Butler, I think, killed that on the Hurricane side. And speaking of killing it, there's Manuel Molina. Love it. Tommies don't get that call either. I thought for a moment that might be reversed. 25-14 first set. The Hurricanes blow into town and they blow the Tommies away here in opening set action, 25-14. Fire up the stats online here 1 second. See what we've got on this one. Set summary. The Hurricanes 16 kills, 2 errors on 23 attacks, a scintillating 6:09 start. The Tommies 6 kills, 6 errors on 21 attacks. That's good for a 0-0-0 hitting percentage. So plus 606 in the hit percentage for the Hurricanes in set 1. That's a recipe for success. 16 assists to 6 for Holland. 5 serve errors for Holland, only 2 for STU. 9 digs, Holland 4, Tommies. Blocks 2 apiece. Individual stats leading Holland. Molina Lovett, 7 kills, no errors. That's a 1,000. Perfect start for Molina, 2 digs as well. Zachary Warren, 3 kills. Carson Gray, 3 kills. Brett McCausland, 2 14 assists for Galway. And 3 digs for Gray. The Tommies. Kiwanis Snow, 2 kills. Romanchuk, Noonan, Brewster, Villeneuve, 1 each. 4 assists for Fasse. 1 service ace, Snow. 2 digs, Villeneuve. And blocks. A few players there with blocks. Tommies set for set 2 action. Fasse, Romanchuk, Villeneuve, Snow, Brewster, and Noonan, along with Braden Bruce in the Libero jersey. Let's see if the Hurricanes can keep this energy and adrenaline flowing here that they started this match with. Up 1 set. Tommies wipe it clean here in set 2. And we're looking to be even things out. Galway to start on serve with Warren, Gray. In the Libero jersey, number 1 is Tyler McBride. And a couple players at the net whose jerseys I cannot see and see enough of them to know exactly who they are. That one played, but it might have been long. And the Tommies picking up a quick point there. See if I can pick out these other Hurricane players at the net. So we've got Hamlin, Molina, Lovett, Warren, Galway, Gray, and now Connor Daniels in. That's Daniels, the Libero jersey. Back set for Gray, played up by Fasse. And Romanchuk off block, and it finds the Hurricane side of the net. 2-0 Tommies. Brewster. Lena Lovett, played by Romanchuk, and Romanchuk sends the pass back to the Hurricane side of the net, but out of play. 2-1. Carson Gray on the Stratford PEI. Just across the Hillsborough Bridge from Prince of Wales campus of Holland College and the McMillan Center for Community Engagement where the Hurricanes play. (3-1) Tommies. Fasse to serve. Strong one from Fasse, played up by Daniels. Tipped by Galway, but he's over the net. That one just long from Fasse. He was picking the back line. Just a little too much mustard on it. Kieran Hamlin. Played up by Noonan. There's Romanchuk. That one's off of Gray, and a point for the Tommies. Nice controlled swing that time from Brenton. Didn't try to do too much with it. A little place over pace at that time. Into, there was a little bit of open space. And Snow gets a block at the net. Gives the hand a little shake on that one. That was a pretty good swing from the Hurricane side. 6-2 Tommies. As they've regrouped well here between sets. Big serve from Noonan. And that one is called a double hit on the Hurricanes. And now it's on the Hurricanes to pull themselves together here in set 2. Noonan Played by Melina Lovett. There's Romanchuk on the attack, off block, out of bounds. 8-2 Tommies. Noonan, that one long as well. And the Hurricanes give that one right back from Melina Lovett. Tommy's back to serve. That's behind the post for me. Let's see who runs into play here. That's Kawana Snow. Galway that time. Set up Warren. Played over. Romanchuk is there. Villeneuve. Good get by Daniels. On the attack with the kill is Warren. 9-4 STU. Daniels and McBride swap for the Hurricanes. And Zachary Warren back to serve. Warren, 7 service aces among his 85.5 points coming in to today. Pretty much playing at home is Warren from Hanwell, which is on the outskirts here of Fredericton. And that one falls short as none of the Tommies track it down. This is 9-5 on the board. I thought it was 9-5 last serve. Maybe I'm off on that one. Brewster on the tip, the pass a little closer to the net, I think, than he was expecting, and had to pull the string on that one. Effective, 10-5 Tommies. Romanchuk, played up by Daniels. Trying to punch that one was Warren, but it went wide. Oh, maybe that was Gray on the far side. Up 6, it's Romanchuk. Played back for Gray. And Gray pulls the string. Romanchuk tried to get there. Just couldn't get enough of the ball to get it in the air. Smart play by the veteran Carson Gray. Now 11-6 for Brett McCausland. To save for Brewster. (12-6) Villeneuve for STU. And there is Noonan to block Melina Lovett. Solo block that time for Noonan. Well timed. Tommy's up 7 now. Villeneuve. Played by Warren. Now Gray blocked. Brewster was there. Set up for Gray again. That time off net. Fassé sets up Noonan. And Noonan with a net violation gives the point over to the Hurricanes. 13-7. from Galway. Played up. The save for Brewster again. Takes a rocket ship up that time, does Mason Brewster. One nearly ended up in the basement. Brewster so much behind that one. Oh, smart play in the middle, Hamlin. Down 6, Carson Gray. Noonan picks the far corner. Whatever regrouping the Tommies did between sets has paid off here in set number 2. They look like a different squad than they were in the opening set, where they couldn't seem to get anything going. This set, scales have tipped in the other direction. Villeneuve that alive for Bruce. Noonan again was on that attack. Melina Lovett tries the tip. And Noonan was there to stuff that out. The officials are going to talk about this one. I think they're calling this off the antenna. But who had the hit, I think, is the going to stay Tommy point after the conversation. Tommy's +8, here's Fassé. Oh, just long from Fassé. 2 hairs and some air for that one. Just past the end line. Hamlin. Bruce. Fassé tracks that one. Free ball just dropped over. Back set. Nice swing, Melina Lovett. Good get by Bruce. Back for Romanchuk. Great passing by the Tommies Raph Fassé. When you thought that ball had to stay on that far side of the court. Fassé came cross court and Romanchuk right back cross court with the kill. 17-9 Tommies. They're up 8 here in set 2, trailing the Hurricanes by 1 set. These two tunes back at it tomorrow. 3 o'clock start tomorrow. Did say I'd tell you about the team's last action. Last Sunday at St. Anne, it was 3-1 Tommies. Louis-Philippe LeBlanc, 17 points, 4-12, 3 service aces, 2 blocking points, 22 points for St. Anne. Liam Pelche, 17 kills, 361 percentage, 3 service aces, 20 points for the Tommies. Number of players right around the double-digit mark. Noonan, 14 kills, 15.5 points. Romanchuk, 13 kills, 15 points. Both teams played really well. 320, the Tommies hit 303 for St. Anne. And the Hurricanes, they lost 3-1 last Saturday at SJ. SJ out hit them 208 to 159. Adam Gauthier for SJ, 12 kills, 13.5 points, and Manuel Melina Lovett, 14 kills and 15 points for STU. Hurricanes called out a rotation, point Tommies. Other action today, Dal is at St. Anne and Crandall at UNBSJ. That is a critical match in the standings this weekend, Crandall and SJ, as they are neck and neck with the Hurricanes here for those playoff berths. That's Villeneuve cross court, too strong. No touch. Substitution in for the Canes. It is Shannon Holwell. Holwell out of Nain, Labrador. Third-year player. And immediately back to serve. Melina Lovett back in. And subbing in for the Tommies, Kevin Douglas. Fifth year out of Surrey, BC. And it'll be Douglas immediately back to serve in place of Kawana Snow. Douglas, fifth-year player with the Tommies. Tommies are there for the block, but it's out of play. Brewster and Romanchuk. Point Hurricanes. Douglas out, Braden Bruce in, as Zachary Warren serves for Holland. And Warren with the service ace. Tommy's ducked that one, but it's a clean one for Warren. Romanchuk blocked. Oh, Bruce got a piece. And Noonan might have been there with a better angle. Good dive, though, by Braden Bruce. It's a Libero's job, try to get all of those balls like that. Now only down 6, it's Warren. Can the Hurricanes claw themselves back into this set number 2? Not with a serve like that going wide. 20-13. Tommies, Romanchuk. Safe serve that time from Romanchuk. Tipped off the blocker by Brett McCausland. Villeneuve was there. 20-14, and now McCausland back to serve. 8 service aces among the 121 points for McCausland coming in to today. Gray, Romanchuk, Fassé, Villeneuve blocked. And that is Hamlin. The Hurricanes getting a little wind in their sails again. See if McCausland tries Villeneuve here. Instead, it was Noonan. Back row attack, Melina Lovett, kept up by Villeneuve. Fassé in the back row, Romanchuk. That one, oh, ducking under the net were the Hurricanes. That's going to be a Tommy point. I think that might have hit speaker on the roof. Long by the Canes, no touch for the Tommies. Point went up on the board on the Hurricane side. There we're getting it corrected. 22-15 STU. Latter stages of set 2, they look to tie the Hurricanes at one set apiece here with a few more points. Oh, that tip doesn't make it over. 23-15 Tommies. And it'll be Villeneuve again. Gray with a clean kill to the back corner. Nicely distributed by Galway. And here is Galway back to serve. Net service. Multiple set points here for STU. Kevin Douglas in, and now Kiwanis Snow subs in for Kevin Douglas. No libero on the court for the Tommies. It's Brewster serves. Looking to close out set number 2 and tie us at a set apiece. In the middle, it's Kiwanis Snow. Cleans up an overpass from the Hurricanes and ties it at a set apiece. 25-16 Tommies in that set. Take a short break, get myself teed up here for the stats from the match thus far. I'll read those back to you. Just going to take a quick little moment here. All right, in that second set, the Hurricanes, 8 kills, 6 errors on 24 attacks, and 0.83. Big difference from the 6.09 in the first set. The Tommies, 12 kills, 4 errors, 22 attacks. A big difference at 3.64 from the triple zeros in the opening set. For the match, the Hurricanes, 47 attacks, 24 kills, 8 attack errors for a 340. The Tommies, a 186, 43 attacks, 18 kills, and 10 errors. Assists, 24-18 Holland. Service aces 2 each. Serve errors, 9-5. Holland with more. Digs, 15-13. Holland with +2. Blocks favor the Tommies. Total block, oh no, it doesn't. 4-4 in terms of blocks. Individual stats for the Hurricanes, Melina Lovett, 9 kills, 2 errors, 4.67, and 3 digs. Warren and Gray each with 5 kills and 2 errors. And for the Tommies, Romanchuk, 6 kills, 1 error, a 4.17. Mason Brewster has been excellent again, 4 kills, no errors, 800. And Snow and Noonan each with 3 kills each. Nobody with more than 1 service ace on the Tommy side. 12 assists for Fassé. And we're set for set 3. Tied at a set apiece. The Tommies, Brewster, Villeneuve, Romanchuk. Fassé, Noonan, and Snow. And for the Hurricanes, we've got McCausland, Melina Lovett. Libero is Connor Daniels in the number 4 jersey. Zachary Warren, Carson Gray, Liam Galway, and Kieran Hamlin. Rotations are checked. Tommy set to put it in play with Mason Brewster. Galway for Gray. Villeneuve can't get there. Well, first point, set 3 to the Hurricanes. Galway to serve. Punched over that time by the Tommy Snow. Melina Lovett on the attack. That one's blocked by Stu. Back row attack for Warren, played by Bruce. Fassé. Another swing for Noonan. And that pass into the net. But didn't catch enough of the net for Galway to be able to play it. Tied at 1, third set, Fassé to serve. Drifts long, cleaned up. Kawana Snow. But Snow called hitting the net. That's going to be a point, Holland. Bruce Fassay. Back set for Noonan. Galway kept that alive. Warren blocked. Galway. Warren. Oh, and that's going to be 4 hits. Alan Noonan. Galway backs at Melina Lovett. And Galway can't get the pass in the spot for Melina Lovett to handle 3-2 Tommies. Yellow card to the Hurricanes. Melina Lovett through the Tommy block and down on Tommy's side 3-3. Libero's out for the Hurricanes. Hamlin serves. Romanchuk picks the back corner. Tommies ranked 5th in the nation, the only ACAA team. College of Three Rivers is first. And of course, NATE, Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, if my acronyms hold up, are hosting nationals this year. Romanchuk punched that one over. Back row attack from Gray. That one a little into the net on Villeneuve. Tommy's keep it alive. Romanchuk again looking for that back corner, but goes a little too long from Romanchuk. For Melina Lovett. Had a little problem in the service game for Lovett. I think he had a couple service errors this match. And that one's looking nice and strong though. Brewster punches that over. Good get by Melina Lovett. Brewster off of Melina Lovett out of play. Cranked up the heat on that second one, did Mason Brewster. Bruce plays that one over. And Brewster again played deep. Melina Lovett blocked by Villeneuve. Galway for Warren. Played up by Romanchuk. Fassay. Villeneuve off block, out of play, point Tommies. Excellent rally that time. Oh, Romanchuk nearly ate up Carson Gray, but Gray did a great job of getting that ball in the air. Melina Lovett that time. A little too much air under the ball, out the back door. Tommy's up 3. Romanchuk. Played by Gray. Galway, Warren, clean cross-court kill. Warren for the serve. Laid up by Noonan. Sebi Villeneuve just wide. Seven, 6. Romanchuk with the big swing. The Bride got a piece. And the fans, I think actually the Tommy's women's volleyball team over there caught it. I didn't get the 6-7. We had the opportunity. I missed it. Villeneuve. Hurricanes thought that was going wide, and Villeneuve picks the far side for the ace. Gray off a Tommy block. Point, Hurricanes. Down 2 with Brett McCausland. Heading back to serve. Oh, and there's Brewster again. Seven Tommies for Brewster. Call a carry on Brewster. Galway. Noonan blocked at the net. Hamlin up to the task that time. Hurricanes can tie at 10 with a point on this service. See if Galway tries Noonan again. Instead it's Villeneuve. Oh, Fassé went on the attack. And that time Noonan goes wide. 10 up, tied at a set apiece. Hurricanes and the first place Tommies. Oh, I think that one might have been long, but Villeneuve played it. Koana Snow cleans it up at the net. Say, giving the whistle, here we go. Good try by Daniels. Just couldn't get sideways fast enough to get under that ball from Fassé. Raf been a strong server and an excellent human being on top of everything else is Raf Fassé. Free ball played over, played short though. Galway back set from the back row, Warren. Snow partial block, but couldn't keep it alive enough. Bruce, Fassé, and Romanchuk. Oh, Carson Gray up to that one. Warren. Might have been off block. Bruce plays it anyway. Romanchuk. That's going to be off of McBride. Nice swing for Romanchuk. Villeneuve out and Lucas Levine in for the Tommies. Levine, he's from just outside of Bathurst, New Brunswick, and a Holland College transfer. Second year outside hitter at 6'4" is Levine, wearing number 5. Played by Bruce Fassay. And there was Levine. In the back row, Gray. Romanchuk. Again, Breton Romanchuk. Noonan. Galway for the middle, and Hamlin. Hamlin quietly has been having a strong match here. And there's McCausland in. Oh, that one eats up Caleb Noonan. Tight set number 3. Hurricanes down just 1 as Hamlin will serve again. That one played up well. Romanchuk blocked. And free from Fassay. Warren blocked. Galway sets up McCausland, but the Tommies violation over the net that time. Quanah Snow just a little too much onto the Hurricane side. 14-14. Too strong that time, Hamlin. Snow, an opportunity from the service line to make up for it. No, we're going to have a substitution. It's going to be Kevin Douglas in for Quanah Snow. Played up by Warren, Galway, McCausland. Romanchuk on the attack. Melina Lovett, now Melina Lovett gets it through a block and down on the Tommy side. Villeneuve Brewster couldn't stop enough of that ball, tied at 15 for Manuel Melina Lovett. A little fault off the tower that time for Manuel. There's someone out there that will get that play on words, I'm sure. Be into British comedy to get that one. McCausland played it over for Bruce. And Brewster, that time out of bounds. 16-16. Zachary Warren, tape shot on the serve. Gives a point back to the Tommies for Sebi Villeneuve. Oh, Fassay keeps it alive. That looked like 2 hits to me for Fassay, though. Officials are right there and didn't have it. Hurricanes, nice job to keep that alive. Melina Lovett. Villeneuve, Fasse. Brewster, strong shot. Fasse on the attack. Oh, what scrambly play, but awesome rally here. Noonan can't get it down. Garson Gray blocked by the Tommies. Excellent point. Although I thought at one point in that rally, Fasse went up for the block. I thought he played it down low and then played it a second time. But I'd have to see that on replay to be certain of that. I mean, he reacted like he didn't, and no one else seemed to really think so. (18-16). And Villeneuve wide. Gives one to the Hurricanes. Brewster long, and Brewster thought that one was tipped. Tied at 18. Here's McCausland. Set Noonan, big swing. He got the spicy mustard out of the top shelf for that one. (19-18) Tommies. And here's Brewster, having an all-star season for the Tommies. Gray off a Tommy block, and that one scoots out the far side. Point Holland. Tied at 19, we get to the latter stages of set 3. What has been a very interesting match. Set number 1, decidedly in favor of the Hurricanes. Set 2, decidedly in favor of the Tommies. And set 3 has been tight all the way along. Galloway, another service error for the Hurricanes, gives another one back to the Tommies. Fasse takes a measure of the line, and timeout. Hurricanes down 1 here in set 3. With Raph Fasse coming to the service line out of the timeout. Leaders in the match for Holland. Melina Lovett, 12 kills. Carson Gray with 8. For the Tommies, Romanchuk 10 kills, Brewster 6. Brewster's hitting percentage down from that scintillating first set down to .364 now. And the team comparison, the Hurricanes hitting .270, the Tommies only .162. Yet here we are tied at a set apiece. And a tight third set with the Tommies up 1 point. Serve error is a big part of that. 12 for the Hurricanes, only 6 for the Tommies. Other stats relatively even. Each team with 74 attacks as we sit. Tommies a couple more attack errors. Fasse gets the measure of the line again. Set out of the timeout. Fasse whistled in play. Strong serve played by Gray. Galloway. Melina Lovett, but Bruce is there. And that is Noonan. Great hustle from Connor Daniels to lay out into the Hurricanes bench for that one. But Noonan just a little too tough. I think that was Zachary Warren who got a piece of that one for Holland. Tommy's +2. Important point here for the Canes. And Fasse goes long. A couple of those from Fasse today. There he's just been long. Carson Gray. Canes down 1. Little floater from Gray. Romanchuk off a block, kept alive. And that one out of bounds. It's got to go between the antenna, and that one was wide of the antenna. Here comes Alex Fredrickson in for the Tommies. Fredrickson usually in the Libero green jersey, in the green here for this one, and in to serve. Fredrickson out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Oh, has one. Net aided. The winter tires and the four-wheel drive on that one to get it to climb over. Not much chance for the Hurricanes, and right in play quickly again are the Tommies. Molina Lovett. And now it is 24-20. The Hurricanes are going to go talk about that one. Say, hey, we weren't quite ready. They were put in play. And it is the Tommies keeping the pace up and catching the Hurricanes just slightly off guard. Fredrickson. The Tommies can close out the set with a point here. Bruce is there. There is Fassé for Romanchuk. Blocked. And Fassé unable to get under that one. The Hurricanes save a set point. Here comes Noonan back in for Fredrickson. Good job there by Fredrickson to give the Tommies a couple points off the serve. And substitution. It will be Shannon Holwell in again for the Hurricanes in the service position. And the Tommies again 3 set points here for a 2-1 set advantage. Oh, well. Played by Noonan. Romanchuk. A little miss hit that time, I think, from Romanchuk. Got under that ball a little. Didn't catch it quite enough in front. Gives another, saves another set point for the Hurricanes. Now down 2. Pull well again, and you can bet this one probably have a little more spice on it than the last one. Not a lot, but a little. Douglas out of the middle. Was blocked, back row. Attack. Fassé plays it up now. Bruce for Romanchuk. Romanchuk finishes the set. 25-22 Tommies off the hand of Breton Romanchuk. Tommies lost the first set, have responded now with 2 straight. That one, the tightest set thus far. Again, I'm going to take a short little break, get myself a drink of water, be right back. Give you a little stats rundown as we get ready for set number 4. The Tommies looking to close out the match against the Hurricanes. In that third set, Holland, 9 kills, 6 errors, 32 attacks, 0.94 attack percentage. The Tommies in that third set, 12 kills, 8 errors, 37 attacks. Not a lot better at a 108 percentage. Overall, the Hurricanes, 79 attacks, 33 kills, 14 errors, a 241 percentage. The Tommies, 80 attacks, 30 kills, 18 attack errors, and a 150, yet they're up 2 sets to 1. Assists +3 for the Hurricanes. Service aces +2 for Stu. Service error is a big difference at 12 for Holland, 7 for the Tommies. Blocks +1 for Holland. Individual stats leading the Hurricanes. Again, Manuel Molina Lovett, 12 kills, 5 errors, 280 percentage, 6 digs. Carson Gray, 8 kills. Zachary Warren, 7. 30 assists for Galway. 2 service aces, Hamlin. 7 digs, Gray. 2 total blocks, Gray. Hamlin, McCausland, and Galway. And the Tommies, Romanchuk, 11 kills, 4 errors, 292 percentage. Noonan and Brewster each with 6 kills. Kiwanis Snow 4. And Fisay 22 assists. Nobody with a crooked number in a service ace column. Braden Bruce 8 digs. 2 blocks, Noonan and Snow. Tommy set for action. Noonan, Fisay, Brewster, Villeneuve, Romanchuk, and Douglas. And the Liberos remain Bruce and Luke. And Bruce is in, and for the Hurricane side, they've got McCausland, Galway, Gray. McBride in the 1 Libero jersey is in. Manuel Molina Lovett, and back to serve is Zachary Warren. Hurricanes needed this set to keep the match alive. Tommies would love to close it out and avoid a 5th. Played back over, McBride plays it, Galway. Out of the middle, McCausland blocked. And that one nearly was a little kiss off the window into the basketball net for Breton Romanchuk. It wouldn't have counted, that's out of play on the paraphernalia in the ceiling. And in terms of game action, they're going to stay up there for a few weeks. We've got volleyball 3 weekends in a row before basketball returns for their final home games against the Hurricanes on Valentine's weekend. Tommies get it down off the Hurricane block. Tied at 1 for Mason Brewster. Warren, Galway, and blocked was Gray, but out of play. Douglas and Fisay were there. Kieran Hamlin in for the Hurricanes. Noonan set up by Hamlin. Gray blocked again, out of bounds off a Tommy block. Galway box set, blocked at the net by Kevin Douglas. Played over. Noonan up. Oh, back set for Romanchuk. Warren was there, now Warren on the attack. Villeneuve out of the middle. Douglas. Great rally here as McCausland got that one. There's Bruce. Fisay set over. Essentially free. Gray, big swing. Bruce is there. Oh, called on a double hit are the Tommies. Brought an end to what was an outstanding rally. (4-1) Hurricanes. The Tommies like to put a lid on this momentum that the Hurricanes are building pretty quick. And there's a good start to that from Kalen Noonan. Down 2, it's Fisay. Big serve off the net, played up by Warren. Molina Lovett on the attack, blocked, but out of play. Galway. Bruce, Fasse. Romanchuk off block down on Tommy's side as Kieran Hamlin saw that play developing. Time to jump just right. 6-2 Kane, set 4. Bruce, Fasse, Romanchuk. Off net, out of play, no touch. 7-2. Tommy's may need a regroup here. Noonan off block, Tommy point. Now 7-3. Noonan second in the league in kills per set. And that booming serve from Noonan goes long. Villeneuve. It's a solid hit that time for Villeneuve, cross court. Bring the Tommies within 4. Here is Kevin Douglas. Played by Warren. Galway back for Warren. Off block. Played up by Galway. Warren again on the attack. That one long, well read by Fasse. And that one off the antenna by the Hurricanes. Not sure if that was a pass or whether Warren got a piece of that before it hit the antenna. Douglas on the serve. Melina Lovett on the attack. Villeneuve snuffed that one out and gets it a second time on Melina Lovett. Villeneuve, free ball. Warren, Galway, Warren. Douglas was there. The Tommies try to run around to get it and can't quite get there. And Raf Fasse saying, hey, there, Libero, standing in the way as we went to go get that ball. Hurricanes point, set to play. Hamlin, the Canes up 3. Warren blocked by Romanchuk that time. And now Romanchuk back to serve. If Breton can keep in check here, just execute on a strong serve. Nicely done. Warren tried cross court. Bruce was there. Villeneuve blocked. Brewster out of the middle. Hurricanes kept that alive longer than I thought they would. I thought we already had a point. But ends up 4 hits on the Hurricane side. Romanchuk again. Tommy's down 1, set 4. Too strong that time from Romanchuk. Thought for a second I was losing the voice there, but a little water gets me clean back up. I'm all good. Melina Lovett. Fasay at the net, that one. Runs along the wire, hits the antenna out of play. Point Hurricanes. Puts them back up 3. Manuel Melina Lovett. Brewster. That time Melina Lovett was ready for the change of pace. Warren on the attack again. Tommy's on the block. Brewster Fasay there, and Mason Brewster just blocks that one down along the net. Point, Tommies. For the first year, Villeneuve. Oh, a little sneak that time from Galway. The Tommies were ready. Fasay plays that one, and it bounces off a couple of Hurricanes. And we appoint STU. Villeneuve again. Played up by Gray, and there's Warren on the attack. That one down on the Tommy side. Hurricanes +2 again for Warren. Warren's got a steady diet of attacks here in this 4th set. Let's see where he goes on the service line. Let's see if he tries Noonan or Villeneuve here. Going to the Villeneuve. Oh, Brewster. Clean. And now Mason Brewster back to serve. Played by Daniels, back set, Melina Lovett. Romanchuk is there, Fasay. Noonan, essentially free. In the back row, Warren. And called a violation on the Hurricanes. Timeout, Hurricanes tied at 12 in set 4. If I can get the website to cooperate, I'll take a look around the league at other action. If I can get a refresh here on the schedule results page. There we go. And January the 24th. Dal and St. Anne's showing a 4 o'clock start, but no score yet posted on that one. Says event not yet started. Maybe that's in a delay, I'm not sure, because we're pushing the 6 o'clock hour. UNBSJ straight sets winner over Crandall. So SJ with that win over Crandall moves to 6-7 and drops Crandall to 6-7. If the Hurricanes were to lose this one, they would also be 6-7. So important game in the standings here for sure for both the Tommies and the Hurricanes, but certainly for the Hurricanes, as a loss could drop them into a 3-way tie, which really looks between 3 teams for 2 playoff spots. Warren sends it long. Douglas tries to clean it up, but Warren is ready for it. That time it's Gray. Oh, nicely played by Galway. Gap's closing, but the Hurricanes still out hitting the Tommies 208 to 177. Noonan Violation Hurricanes. And point Tommies. Fasay to serve again. He gets a measure of the line, takes his steps back, and is in play. Oh, nice serve from Fasay. Got that in front of Zachary Warren. Tommy's +1, set 4, 14-13. Another good serve from Fasay, but Daniels is there. Gray on the attack. Fasay plays it up. Romanchuk. Now Noonan off the net and down. Daniels thought he had it, just got the court. (15-13) Tommies. Nice rally there. Oh, wow. Noonan, an absolute bomb that time. Molina love it. Said, yeah, I'm okay. Tommy's +3 Fasay to serve. And miss hit that time from Fasay. Tommy's +2. And that's going to send Galway to the service line. Played up by Bruce Fasay. Another big swing by Noonan. And that time it's Zachary Warren. Who looks to avoid a welt from the Melton. Noonan, big serve, Galway, back set for Gray off a Tommy block out of play. I can tell you, when you get hit with the ball, the volleyball does have give, it is a little softer. I get nailed in warm-ups downstairs last year. Got one right in the side of the head. And I tell you, it shied me away from going down to talk to the coaches pregame for a few matches. Well, my bell rung just a little bit. Nothing too major there. Romanchuk off a Hurricane out of play. Tommy's up 3. Danger area of the match here now for Holland. They can't let this set get away, and the 3-point lead for the Tommies. They do not want it to grow by very much more. Douglas played off net by Warren. Warren blocked. Daniels for Warren, steps back to hit that one. Romanchuk got a piece, and that one into the stands off of Breton Romanchuk. Comes Braden Bruce back into the match in place of Kevin Douglas. And Hamlin back to serve for the Hurricanes. Brewster puts that one away on the second attempt. Initial pass off Brewster's first attack drifted long, and he was able to reload with a jump to get up for a second one. Oh, just long from Romanchuk. That was close. (19-17) for Molina Lovett. Romanchuk from the back. Cross court for the kill. Strong match here from Breton Romanchuk. Sebi Villeneuve checks in for Lucas Levine. Levine in, I didn't say his name a whole lot. Hopefully I didn't have him mixed up with somebody else on the court. Here is Villeneuve to serve. And gives the point back. Subbing in for Holland is going to be number 12, Sean Werbowski. Werbowski out of Stettler, Alberta. And if you said the name Stettler to me, I would immediately think either Alberta or Saskatchewan, Prairie provinces. Don't know exactly where Stettler is, but it sure sounds like an Alberta name. Welcome in if you're listening in from Stettler. McCausland gets the block on Brewster. Hurricanes can tie at 20 here in this set. With a point here. Big swing. One drifted a little bit. Fasse won the battle at the net that time. 21-19 Tommies, key point. Douglas set to check back in for Braden Bruce. And here comes Kawana Snow with the substitution of Kevin Douglas. Haven't seen much of Kawana Snow in this fourth set. And back in for the Hurricanes is Galway. Out Werbowski. And Carson Gray going to check and make sure everybody's in the right rotation spots. Brewster. Set up out of the middle. Nice finish, McCausland. Canes down one. First two sets one-sided in each direction. The third set close. And this fourth set close as well, tied at 21 now. That time it's Hamlin on the block. McCausland will serve again. Fasse. Oh, kept alive, free. I thought Noonan had a kill there. Tries the same thing this time. Say played that over. Snow. And the third time is a charm for the Tommies and Kalen Noonan. He went soft 3 times in a row. The Hurricanes got it twice. But the third one drops into the pot for the point. Timeout, Hurricanes. Down one. Latter stages of set 4. They need this one to keep the match alive. Good opportunity to take a look ahead at the schedule. These teams back at it tomorrow. 3 o'clock start here at the LB Gym. For the Tommies, they then host the Dow Rams the 31st of January, February 1st. And then the Crandall Chargers the 7th and 8th of February. Finish on the road Valentine's weekend. Just down the highway at UNBSJ. Great finish travel-wise for Stu. One road trip here outside the province in this second semester. And that was last weekend to St. Anne, the big one. The Hurricanes, on the other hand, they play here tomorrow, of course, against the Tommies. January 31st, February 1st. They host the Chargers. February 7th and 8th, they host St. Anne. And they finish on the road at the Dow Rams. And this holds with the Tommies up, and still too tight to say that, they could find themselves at the end of the day in a 3-way tie in 3rd place. Oh, there we're tied, and a big point from the Hurricanes and Liam Galway as he goes for the center sneak. And it's Galway back to serve. Bruce. Fassé. Tommies get tangled up on the far side over there. That results in a nice opportunity for Carson Gray as Noonan and Fassé were tangled on the floor. Now hurts the Hurricanes up 1. Instead of down 1, they're now up 1 after that timeout. And timeout Tommies with Galway waiting on the service line. Can't really ask for a more interesting match than this one. Set 1, all Canes. Set 2, I'll say all Tommies. I mean, it wasn't all Tommies, but you know what I'm saying. A tight set number 3 that went to the Tommies. And the Hurricanes here late in set number 4 are up by 1 point, forcing a Tommy timeout. As Galway, a little opportunity here to think about the serve and the timeout. The Tommies a chance to regroup, decide what they want to do here, and see what Galway's got. Played by Bruce, there's Fassé. And Romanchuk, played back by Carson Gray. Noonan, called in. Point Tommies. Tied at 23. I wasn't sure on the far side. There were players moving in my field of vision. It looked close. And here comes Alex Fredrickson, tied at 23 in. The serve worked last set for Fredrickson. Melina Lovett, big shot. But Bruce is there. Villeneuve, oh no! I started to say too strong. That one dive shot into the back corner. Match point Tommies now. Wow, what swings here late in set 4. Fredrickson can close it out for Stu. Played up by Warren. There's Galway. Gray. Fassé. Bruce. Romanchuk for the match. Tips it over. And free ball. Bruce for Romanchuk. Bad pass. And the Hurricanes tie it up. Extra points. Tied at 24. We're going to have at least one extra one here in set 4. Carson Gray to serve for Holland. 7 service aces coming in today for Gray. Noonan back, and Kiwanis gives the Hurricanes a set point. Let's see if the Canes can close us out and send us to a 5th set. Carson Gray. Played up by Noonan, Fassé, Romanchuk. Tied at 25. Braden Bruce out. And here comes the substitution, Kevin Douglas in for Kiwanis Snow. And Douglas back to serve. Knotted at 25. Daniels plays that up for Galway. Melina Lovett blocked. Back for Melina Lovett. Off a block again of Villeneuve. Brewster for Romanchuk. Romanchuk. Hurricanes keep that alive. Warren played up by Daniels. Back row Gray. Played up by Douglas. Fassé. Villeneuve gets the kill. The Tommies up one. And match point at 26-25. Great rally again that time. Tommies edge ahead. And Brooke Butler says, hey, let's just keep playing here. Thought for a second he might be looking for a timeout. Not sure if there's any left there. Douglas. Played up Daniels, Galway. Warren block, match to the Tommies. Romanchuk is there for that one to give the Tommies the match, 27-25. So the Tommies lose the first set in dramatic fashion to the Hurricanes, and then storm back for 3 straight. The last 2 of them real close, including 27-25. More volleyball back here tomorrow at the LB Gym and on ACAA TV and Tommy's TV on YouTube. Women's action goes at 1, men's action at 3 for everyone here at St. Thomas, including the always amazing Alice in the producer's chair. I'm Bill Gibson from my privileged perch here in the palace they call the Pit. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.